Alright, we're stuck.
Let's leave everything and go traveling. See what tomorrow brings. It's only a choice away. Let's back up and leave today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
Last time we had boarded a plane in Panama City that was bound for Cartagena. It was a quick flight and we arrived safely on a whole new continent.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are in Cartagena this morning.
Somebody stuffed up this morning?
I have a cold. I got a cold from the plane, I think.
You see we're in a pretty darn nice place for
Yeah.
Airbnb, so $35 a night, so kind of, for us, I guess, on the higher end of...
Yeah.
I know, it's silly to say for $35, but it's killer. It's 2 stories, which the upstairs is just 2 more beds, so if we were traveling with some friends or something, that would be perfect to get a really dirt cheap place. But
So we're gonna go explore the city a little bit. I wasn't feeling
Yeah.
very good yesterday, so today's
So-
really the first day we're gonna go explore.
yeah, we did Peninsula yesterday where all the hotels are and the touristy stuff, you know, big Hyatts and Hiltons and all that. Wasn't really our thing. But today we're going to go to the walled city and then sort of the hipster area of Getsemani, which is next. Both of those are right next to us. And then we'll probably check out the fort too if we have time.
And then on Monday, Goose should arrive, and
Yes.
hopefully we'll have him by Tuesday. Tuesday.
Yeah.
Cartagena was founded by the Spanish in 1533. It was an abandoned Caribbean village when the Spanish arrived. It got its name because the sailors that settled it were from Cartagena, Spain, so they called their little village Cartagena de Indias. In 1552, a fire destroyed all the wood buildings in the village, and rebuilding was to be done in stone. During the rebuilding of the city, tombs from the natives were discovered, and in those tombs were treasures, starting Cartagena's reputation of wealth and treasure, which would attract many invaders in the years to follow. Cartagena was now the largest port in the Americas, with all of Spain's treasures being transported through it. The King of Spain had also ordered it become a hub of the slave trade, adding further to the city's riches. This is when the Spanish decided they needed to have some protection, and the walled city was built. In 1741, the Queen of England ordered every Spanish port in the Caribbean be invaded so they could take the country for their own. This would give them control over the Americas. The Battle of Cartagena was a deadly one for both sides, but in the end, the Spanish won. After this battle, the Spanish improved the port's defenses, making Cartagena the most protected port in South America. Today, Cartagena is still the country's largest port, specializing in petrochemicals. The old walled city remains unchanged, which is pretty cool, although painfully touristy. The vehicles were due in port the next day, so we met up with Jake and Jordan to make our plans for the next morning and do a bit more wandering around Cartagena.
Alright, this morning we go to start the process of picking up the truck. We'll see how it goes. Apparently, a lot of times it takes 2 days, so we'll see how long it takes us. Hopefully it's not super stressful, but I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and both of us are not feeling great, so I think it's going to be a long day.
Alright, we are walking down to the harbor to get our truck, but it's a little bit warm, as you might be able to tell, because we're both drenched in sweat. And this is an industrial area, so we're just constantly looking at trucks in front of us, behind us, to the side of us, so let's get past him quickly. So yeah, we're down the harbor. It's so hot and so humid.
We have to wear pants and shoes because you can't get into one of the places without it.
Yep, so pants and shoes and nice and hot and warm, carrying a backpack full of water so we don't feel like crap like when we put the truck on a boat before.
So after a lot of waiting around, we were issued a temporary bill of lading and were told all we could do today was go and pay. We would need to come back with the receipt the following day to get our final bill of lading. The closest location to pay was a nearby supermarket, so off we all trudged, only to find the bank in the supermarket was closed. So we flagged down a taxi and headed to the next closest bank, where we were able to pay. Disappointed and a little confused at why we could only get such a minor step finished today, we headed back to the hotel. We would try again tomorrow.
Good morning. Quick update. We're still in our hotel room because yesterday we only got one small step done. The boat, I guess, is delayed. So we went and we got basically just paid, and today we'll get our bill of lading, hopefully. And then we have to import the truck, and then we have to get it off the ship and inspected. So I don't know if all of that will happen today. It might take today and tomorrow, but hopefully the process will get going a little bit more than it did yesterday. It was kind of a frustrating day. It was nice because neither of us feel good, so we got kind of an extra day to rest, sort of. But
We're both very stuffed up. So I guess it's nice that we're in a room, but we're kind of hating that we're just sitting here burning money, having to eat out, and we just want to get back in the truck. So.
Yep.
But I guess we're going to be sick. It's a good time to be sick, right?
Yeah.
With our bank receipts in hand, it was back to the seaboard office to get our final bill of lading, hopefully. We waited and waited and waited some more, only to be told our ship was still delayed, which came as a surprise. We figured if there were any issues, our shipping agent would have let us know. We were eventually able to get our final bill of lading, but not sure exactly what to do with the delay. We all decided to see how far we could get in this process without our ship actually being there. All the while, we had been trying to get some advice and answers from our shipping agent, who was nowhere to be found. Again, I was wondering what we had paid her for. Our next step was to go to what is called the Dion office, where we eventually would do the import paperwork.
So we're a little behind on the normal 2-day schedule to pick it up, but we're making progress. At least we've completed a couple more steps. We've gone to a couple more offices. We got some copies just now. We're going to go back to the office we were just at. Then we go to the port. Then we schedule a time to open the container. Then once we open the container, we take photos of the VIN and the plates and the rest of it and inspect it, show that to this office here. Then we go across town to get insurance. Then we come back. Then I think we can leave, possibly. So I don't know if that'll be today or not.
One eternity later.
And now everything grinds to a halt for lunch. So we're waiting at the gas station across the street from the port. And they said come back in an hour and a half. Good time.
So after making the necessary copies, we went to the port office and waited. Then changed venues to wait at the gas station for 2 hours during their lunch break. Then back to the port office to wait for 4 more hours. After we were told there was nothing we could do until the container had arrived, we headed over to get some insurance, because the port office wanted to make sure death and dismemberment in a foreign country was covered on our policy. Comforting. Then it was back to the hotel, where Jake and Jordan were splitting a room with us now. It was getting harder to find any accommodations due to the Christmas holiday being only a week away. But we didn't want to book anything too far in advance because our ship might show up any day.
So bus today, we went from the port to another office, insurance place, all the steps you got to do, and then eventually they halted us and said, actually your container's not even here yet. So that's lovely. So our boat apparently is later than other folks'. So we're going to go back down tomorrow, and hopefully our container's here, and we can keep moving forward. We've only got like 8 more steps of running around town tomorrow, really, until we get our truck and make it on the road.
Moments later.
So we just found out that Vega Zeta is our ship, and you'll notice it's the wrong country. It's still in Panama. It hasn't even left Cologne yet. So it should have been here Monday or Sunday. Woo!
Day 3.
So today's update is the boat still hasn't left. So we dropped Goose in Panama in the container last Wednesday. Ship should have sailed Saturday, should have arrived late Sunday or early Monday, and Tuesday we should have been driving out of the harbor. But the ship still hasn't moved yet from Cologne, so we're waiting on that. Supposedly a paperwork issue, so we'll see sure when it's going to leave. Hopefully we don't have to keep hanging out. We just switched places today from one Airbnb to a hostel, and then tomorrow we go back to an Airbnb. So it's all a little bit crazy, but us and our friends we shared a container with are all just kind of jumping around together, waiting on a ship.
So yesterday we spent the day sitting in offices, not accomplishing much, only to find out that instead of our ship being here in Cartagena, it has not left Cologne yet. So our truck is still sitting in Cologne, and so we've had to rush and try to find accommodations for the night. So we're in a hostel tonight. We found an Airbnb for tomorrow, but things are getting really hard and expensive to find because it is Christmas in 6 days. And that's also a time crunch because if the boat doesn't come in soon, everything will be closed, and so we'll be stuck here for Christmas and have to wait until after Christmas to get our trucks out. So it kind of sucks. It's really frustrating. The delay on the boat is, I guess, just paperwork. So it's just been sitting in port trying to leave. And so yeah, not much we can do. So it kind of is just frustrating to feel like you're just stuck here. So that's the update. We've made no progress. But hopefully we'll get our trucks back soon. It would be awesome to get them before Christmas. Otherwise we'll be in Cartagena for Christmas.
Okay, update. We moved from the hostel that we moved to last night. Now we're at a pretty nice Airbnb. We've got 2 nights here, and then the price triples. So we're leaving here then, and then we're going to find another place. Yet. Our boat hasn't left, so we're still waiting on that. We found out the issue today, though. It was somebody inspected the ship, and they didn't pass on some reason. And the guy's coming back to re-inspect today, so if they pass today, the ship should leave tonight. Then it should be here by Sunday, but then the port's closed Christmas Day, and we might get it the day after Christmas. So now we're thinking we're going to be in Cartagena till the 26th at least. But, yeah. Oh well. So we walked around, we found another hostel to stay in, so that's cool. Now we're doing the free walking tour around Cartagena, and there's a very large lady behind me laying there. It's very nice. So we have another place to stay through the 26th of December. So we're spending Christmas here. The boat still hasn't left the last time we checked. So we're just hoping for the best, and hopefully Goose is on the way soon. But might as well enjoy and hanging out. And we found a place not too expensive, so that was the main concern. That's how it goes.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week to see the conclusion.